Hello, it's another day. So today we're going to be looking for the market breakdown for the coming week, which is going to begin on the 23rd of September and going to end on 27th of September. The first pair in front of you is AUD card, and for AUD card, this is H4 time frame. We're going to be looking for a bullish direction. The reason behind is because the market has given us the first bottom and anticipated that it will give us the second bottom, so we'll hold it toward the targeted area. So for the coming week, where do we expecting to see our entry? When the market give us a pullback toward this level, we'll look for a buying opportunity. And when we miss that, we'll also look for another buying opportunity at that level. And when we miss that, we're going to be looking for a buying opportunity at that level. And when we miss that, we're going to be looking for another opportunity at that level toward our targeted area. This is AUD card and this is H4 time frame. Another pair which you're going to be looking at apart from AUD card, it's AUD. Another pair which you're going to be looking at apart from AUD card, it's AUD chafe. And for AUD chafe for the coming week, you're going to be looking for a bearish direction, and the reason behind is because the market gave us a reversal pattern of the double tops, and also it gave us a breach out of this support or resistance. So we're expecting that it will make a pullback toward that level. So we'll look for a selling opportunity toward that on that area, holding it toward this targeted area, then adding up another entry after the break and retest of this support or resistance, holding it toward our targeted area in the daily time frame or weekly time frame. Let's see it in the weekly time frame toward this level. And the reason behind is because the market has breached out this trend line here, and we had a double bottoms. We're anticipating we'll be having a double bottoms. This is AUD chafe and this is weekly time frame. Another pair which you're going to be focusing on apart from AUD chafe is AUD NZ. And for AUD NZ for the coming week, you're going to be looking for bullish direction. The reason behind it, the weekly time frame, we had the double bottoms, and then when you go back to daily time frame, also we can see a clear double bottoms can be easily observed, and the neck has already been breached out, and the market has gave us a good retest. So we're expecting that we continue moving up toward that targeted area. Where do we expect to see our entry? Let's go to H4 time frame. On the H4 time frame, we are expecting to see our entry point after the break and retest of this support or resistance, holding it toward our targeted area. This is AUD NZ and this is H4 time frame. Another pair which you're going to be looking at apart from AUD NZ is AUD USD. And for AUD USD, we're going to be looking for a bearish direction. The reason behind this is because the market gave us around tops, and we're anticipating that the market has successfully changes the trend. And since there is this support or resistance which has already been breached out, we're expecting to see a pullback toward this level. Is when we're going to be looking for our entry point, holding it toward this point here. After the breakout of this green zone, also we wait for a retest so that we can add another position, holding it toward a targeted area which can be observed in the daily time frame. And the reason behind is because there is this an uptrend which has already been broken and it has been retested, so we are holding it toward that targeted area. This is AUD USD and this is daily time frame. Another pair which you're going to be looking at apart from AUD USD is GBP AUD, and for GBP AUD we're going to be looking for a bullish direction. The reason behind is because of these double bottoms which can clearly be observed. When you go back to H4, we can see there is breach out of this support or resistance, and the market came down to retest very well. So we'll be observing the entry point at this level, holding it toward our targeted area in the daily time frame. This is GBP AUD and this is H4 time frame. Another pair which you're going to be looking at apart from GBP AUD is GBP CAD. And for GBP CAD, we're going to be looking for a temporary bullish direction, then long-term bearish direction. So where do we get our entry for bullish direction? We wait for the market to give us a pullback toward this trend line here. Is when we're going to be looking for an entry here, holding it toward a targeted area, so that we can look for a selling opportunity, holding it toward this level here where there is this trend line and uptrend. So for the coming week, you're going to be looking for a temporary bullish direction, then short long-term bearish direction. This is GBP CAD and this is H4 time frame. Another pair which you're going to be looking at is GBP chafe, And for GBP chafe, you're going to be looking for a temporary bearish direction and then long-term bullish direction. The reason behind is because the market gave us a double tops at that level there. So we're anticipating that the market will continue moving down toward this level here, and we will look for a buying opportunity toward that targeted area. Where do we get our entry for selling? We'll be getting our entry for selling after the breach out of the neck of this double tops. Then we hold it toward here, then we look for bullish direction toward our targeted area. This is GBP chafe and this is H4 time frame. Another pair which you're going to be looking at apart from GBP chafe is GBP NZ. And for GBP NZ for the coming week, you're going to be looking for a retest of this level here, this brown level. Then we look for a bullish direction holding it toward our targeted area. And our targeted area is on the daily time frame, can be observed. Our targeted area is this point here. So we'll be looking after the retest of this brown zone on the smaller time frame. We'll look for a bullish direction toward that point. Where do we get our entry? Our entry will be after the retest of that broken brown zone. This is GBP NZ and this is daily time frame. Another pair which you're going to be looking at is GBP USD. And on GBP USD for the coming week, you're going to be looking for a bearish direction, and the reason behind is because we have this first shoulder and this is the second shoulder. We're anticipating that it will make another last shoulder so that it can drop toward this level here. So for the coming week, you're going to be looking for a selling opportunity at this level and holding it toward that level. This is GBP USD and this is H4 time frame. Another pair which you're going to be looking at is NZD CAD, and for NZD CAD, you're going to be looking for a bearish direction. And the reason behind is because there is a breach out of this support or resistance. So we're expecting that market will come back to retest. Is when you're going to be looking for a first entry to break a retest of this support or resistance. We'll be looking for a second entry, holding it toward our targeted area in the weekly time frame, which can be observed on this level here. And the reason behind is because there is a breach out of this an uptrend which has been observed in the weekly time frame. This is the NZD CAD and this is the weekly time frame. Another pair which you're going to be focusing on is NZD chafe. And for NZD chafe for the coming week, you're going to be looking for a bullish direction. When you go back to H4, we can see that the market has successfully given us the first bottom and it is coming down to give us the second bottom. So we're anticipating that it will be a double bottoms. But where do we get our entry? When the market gives us a pullback toward this level here, we'll get on our entry. When you get any confirmation, we get our entry. But if we miss that entry, we'll wait for a breakout and retest of this trend line here so that we can get a second entry holding it toward our targeted area. This is NZD chafe and this is H4 time frame. Another pair which you're going to be looking at is NZD USD. And for NZD USD, we're going to be looking for a bearish direction. And since there is this support or resistance which has already been breached out, we wait for a pullback toward this level, looking for a selling opportunity, holding it toward our targeted area. Where do we target for the coming week? Let's go to weekly time frame. Weekly time frame is harder. For weekly time frame, we are observing that it is coming to form double bottoms. But when you go back to daily, a clear view can be observed. For weekly, daily, a clear view can be observed. A clear view can be observed in the daily. We're expecting that price will drop down towards this support or resistance there. This is NZD USD and this is daily time frame. Another pair which you're going to be looking at apart from NZD USD is USD CAD. And for USD CAD for the coming week, you're going to be looking for a bullish direction toward this level here. Since it's coming back to touch the trend line, then dropping down toward this level, which it will be giving us a double tops. So we're expecting after it will breach out this support or resistance and trend line, then continue dropping down. But for the coming week, we'll be targeting when the market comes back toward this trend line, we'll look for a selling opportunity holding it toward that targeted area. This is USD CAD and this is H4 time frame. Another pair which you're going to be looking at apart from USD CAD is USD chafe. And for USD chafe, when we are anticipating that the market will continue moving up, the reason behind it has come down to this trend line here. So we're anticipating that it will breach out this support or resistance or trend line and retest it to continue moving up. When we go back to daily, we can see the targeted area. The targeted area is at that level. We're anticipating that the market will continue moving toward that targeted level. This is NZD, this is USD CHF, and this is daily time frame. Another pair which you're going to be looking at is USD NOK. And for USD NOK for the coming weeks, going to be looking for a bullish direction. The reason behind is because there was a wedge pattern and the market break it. So we're expecting that market will come back here to give us a second top, so that it can continue dropping down toward that targeted area. So for the coming week, you're going to be looking for a bearish direction on this pair due to double tops formation. First top, second top, which is on process toward this targeted area. Where do we get our entry? Our first entry will be this level here, and when the market breaches this support or resistance, we get our entry toward this targeted area. This is USD NOK, and this is H4 time frame. Another pair which we will be trading for the coming week is USD TRY. USD TRY is still consolidating, giving us like a triangle if you have good eyes. But at the end of the day, I told you last week that we have triple tops at this level. So we're anticipating that the market, when it reach here, it will be the third top. Then it will start dropping toward this targeted area. Where do we get our entry? Our entry, due to risk management, will be observed here. And when the market break and retest to this support or resistance, is when we get our second entry, holding it toward our targeted area. This is USD TRY, and this is H4 time frame. Another pair which has been added this week is USD ZAR, and for USD ZAR for the coming week, you're going to be looking for a bullish direction. The reason behind is because of the double bottoms. Apart from that, there is a breach out of this trend line, and the market is coming back to touch this trend line here. So for the coming week, we're going to be looking for a clear entry confirmation at this level when the market opens and holding it toward the targeted area. This is USD ZAR, and this is H4 time frame. So for those who need a training, account management, signal service, and for those who need mentorship, they can contact me. And those who haven't yet subscribed in our YouTube channel, you can subscribe and switch on post notifications so that you can be alerted whenever we are posting this analysis. They can be helpful in one way or another. Happy paper chasing week, traders.